to align yourself with somebody who's obviously a one-term mayor. If he even makes it that far, you better be worrying about your job. You better be worrying about your longevity, because we're going to vote and we're going to get you out because you ain't doing right by us. That's what time it is.
Chicagoans furious and sounding off on Mayor Johnson's plan to tack on another $70 million to migrant funding. Frustration building to the point that some voters are now working to get him out of office, as you heard that constituent there saying. Garrett Tenney live in Chicago with the story. Hi, Garrett.
Yeah, Dana, good morning to you. This migrant issue has become an Achilles heel for Mayor Brandon Johnson, so much so that there are now multiple efforts underway to vote out Democrats and the mayor. We saw that yesterday at the city council meeting, where several groups of black voters showed up wearing red shirts with the words "No More Blue, Go Red, and Turn Chicago Red." Many of these folks are lifelong Democrats who are now actively working to shake up deep blue Chicago, specifically because of how the mayor and the governor have handled the migrant crisis, doling out more than $1 billion so far for that. And here they are warning the mayor and city council about transferring another $70 million from the city's rainy day fund to take care of the migrants.
We need that money in my neighborhood. We need that on my block. So I'm asking y'all to use our tax money for our people. We need it.
You vote for the money for these immigrants today, and we coming for them seats. You can believe that.
The police are fighting with them in the shelters that you guys are funding. You guys think it's a great idea, but yet your police officers are getting attacked. Your public's getting attacked.
Currently, state law does not allow voters to recall Chicago's mayor, but after seeing how Mayor Johnson's first year has gone with the migrants and crime, a new group wants to change that by getting a referendum on the ballot this November that would pave the way to voting Johnson out.
Pressing for answers on the city's migrant crisis.
Sabrina joins us live now from the newsroom. And Sabrina, nothing was off the table during this interview.
We talked about asylum seekers, the Bears, and transparency. A one-on-one interview with the mayor of Chicago, starting with how the Johnson administration will fund their campaign promises in the middle of a migrant crisis. What if the federal government doesn't help you?
Well, clearly they haven't thus far.
But is that sustainable? Because you've said it isn't sustainable.
Well, I think you've answered it. No, it's not sustainable. The Congress does have to act. And if they do not act, this is going to continue to cause the type of chaos that the governor of Texas wants to do.
But we're running out of space. So where are these people going to go?
27 shelters is what I've built.
And they're all full.
And we have provided education, health care for these families. And we did all of that without having to cut back on services to people, as I've already expressed.
Will you be taxing, adding a tax to help pay for this?
Well, I think people are clearly familiar with what my vision is for revenue in this city. And my revenue, of course, is committed to making sure that we are doing everything that we can to address the unhoused crisis in this city.
So we've asked all of these questions, and we've talked to people in your city council, people on the street. They're frustrated with the lack of transparency from your administration. They say, shelters are opening up in my ward and I don't know they're opening until they're open. Why do you feel like those who you're working with collaboratively and those who have voted for you feel you are not being transparent?
If people believe that there's more information that's available, then they're looking for nothing. Because I've been absolutely clear about this mission. There is a weekly session with alders who have helped us with this crisis.
But why do you feel like they don't think you're transparent?
What is it that you believe that I'm leaving out?
I'm reiterating what our reporting has shown and what voters have told us in the street. So I hope you're not blaming the media.
No, first of all, I never said that. I just asked a simple question. Now, what I'm also taking away from all of this is that there is a great deal of fear and trepidation, and that's being caused by the governor of Texas.
Welcome back, folks. If you haven't already, definitely hit that like, hit that subscribe, and also hit that notification bell. Chicago is a dumpster fire. It is horrible in certain areas, especially in the black community. And this is what they do, the left, the powers that be. They gaslight. They're gaslighting like, oh, there's no problem. Well, there's no problem. We have money for you. We have money for them. And they don't, these Democrats do not live in these neighborhoods. They're not around. you can't see them. They might as well fly over the community because they're not going in there. They don't know what's going on. They don't care about the shootings that's happening, the looting, all these problems that these people are having. And a lot of these citizens feel stuck. They don't have enough money with the inflation to move out of these neighborhoods, because that's the first thing that people say. Why don't you move? Well, it costs for safety. There's just so many problems, because the rent went up because during the pandemic, you didn't have to pay rent. So what you think the owners are going to do of these homes? They're going to raise the rent to get their money back, to recoup the money that they lost. They think that we think it's okay to put other people first. They're putting these migrants first. Mayor Johnson is blaming Texas. Why would Texas want to take in all these people when they don't want them? These migrants come here illegally. So good for Texas for busing them all to the Democratic cities. I love it, and they're struggling, but at the same time, we got to put America first. And when Donald Trump said this in 2016, people thought he was calling them racist, and we can't do that, or what case have you. But all these Democrats like Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, that's when you know that these people just tell you what you want to hear. Because in 2006, 2005, 2090, they always talked about, protecting the borders, not allowing these people to come in here, illegally, because we don't know who we're dealing with. It's just unreal. And for them to sit there and approve billions of dollars for migrants I don't have the words to say. And I'm just so thankful that these people are waking up. Get these guys out of there. Stop voting for Democrats when they're not giving you no tangibles. And Tariq, she talks about this all the time. We don't get anything for our votes, but we're supposed to vote for you because you're scaring us, saying, oh, but they're worse. So you get to punch us in the mouth, but they'll say, well, they'll stab you though. What? And then you feel like you're smarter than us. You can tell us how to live our life, how we should raise our kids, what should we teach our kids, what goes into our bodies. They're gaslighting us. This is ridiculous. So I'm so thankful that these people are standing up, revolting on this Democrat plantation. What do you guys think about this story? Leave a comment below, and I'll see you on the next video.